Well, good evening, everyone. This is Thursday Night Live, another broadcast. If it's Thursday night, if it's 7:30, it's Broken but Not Wasted Ministries Thursday Night Live. It is a pleasure to be in your home. I wanted to play a clip for you, but technology is not cooperating, so we're gonna have to make do without the clip. Nugaya Swaya, somebody who's very special with us, and we're going to be talking about music. The great Greek philosopher Plato once said, and I quote, "Music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything." One time I was reading about some prisoners, some hardcore criminals who were incarcerated, and their attitude, of course, was very mean. And they were making an experiment where they started playing classical music in the loudspeakers of that prison, where some of them were in there for life, some of them were there on death row, and so on and so forth. And throughout the study, they started noticing that their attitude was getting softer, even in the way they walked, the way they were talking, the way they were interacting. So, music, like Plato said, gives life to everything. And music is universal. Whether you speak the language or not, once you hear the rhythm, you actually can identify, you can, sense it. So, music speaks. I want to welcome everyone, but first, let me introduce my guest today. Let me get that for you. His name is Maestro Rolney Duverny. Yes, he is the older brother, if not the oldest, I'm not sure, of the Duverny family. And Robert, who's been on the platform, Ronette, who's been on the platform, the pharmacist. So it is a pleasure to have him on this platform. He is a husband. He has a bachelor in music education and master's in choral conducting. He's a pianist. He's a music educator. He's a vocal coach. And he is Redemption Young Adult Choir conductor that has 55 members. Wow, 55 members. He is also a member of ACDA, the American Choral Director Association, and they have a big convention every 2 years. I'm sure he's going to be talking more about that. Let me now welcome to this platform, Broken but Not Wasted Thursday Night Live, our very own, a very seasoned musician, Maestro Wolney Duverny. Welcome, Maestro, and God
Well,
bless you. Thank you for coming.
thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be here tonight. I hope
Yes, yes,
I hope you can hear me clearly, as I heard you
yes.
clearly as well.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. So,
Thank you.
Maestro Walney, tell us a little bit about yourself. Your brother is on, of course. Robert is on. He's saying, congratulations on covering music. It is vital to human beings. And we know that Robert is a music lover, classical music lover,
Yeah.
opera lover. So, yes, tell us a little bit about yourself, Maestro Walney, before we
Well, I
start.
think you basically summarized everything. As you said, my name is Rolney Duverny. Uh, I'm a husband, of a father of two. My wife Laurette, married for 35 years. Last May of 10, that was 35 years ago. So I thank God for that. And I was born and raised in Haiti, came in this country with little English, as many immigrants. So went to music school, um, Miami did, and get an A degree, and then transferred to FAU in 1998. And then in 2001, I get the a bachelor in music education. And in 2003, 2001, the same year, they offered me a scholarship to get a master's. So I get a master's degree in choral conducting. So I also do choir music. I'm currently teaching at North Miami Elementary. I'm the music specialist at the school for the Cali Public School. So also, as you said, the young adult choir from Redemption Baptist Church. I play the piano, I play the organ, and also I teach voice. So as you mentioned, I'm also a member of the CDA, the American Choral Director Association. This association is a professional organization for choral conductors, but everybody can be part of it as long as you are a music lover. And as you mentioned, we have a convention every 2 years. In this convention, we learn things. As I said, that's the place I get to be to get humbled. I said it in a good sense, just to learn how much I don't know in music. So I appreciate that I have the chance to go there. So every 2 years in the different states, so that causes me to travel a lot. Every 2 years, I know a new state in the US. So it's a good opportunity. But you get to meet different musicians. You get to see living compose at least composers that are living. Actually, you get to see them, and they are so gracious to share the music with you. Sometimes you're the first to to sing the music with your choir, which is an honor at times. So, which is a very good experience. So that's basically in that little time
That's
when I can it's a lot. So
That's basically it. That's pretty much in a nutshell. I'm sure you could go on and on and on about all
yes,
the accomplishments that you've had. But one thing I have to congratulate you on that. I don't know if the audience got that. He's been married for 35 years. Come
that's
on,
right.
God. Come on. Congratulate Maestro Rolney, 35 years. Now,
Yes,
Maestro Rolney, forgive me for saying this, but if it was not for the little white goatee, I mean, you are 35. You look 35. How could you be married for 35 years? Come on.
well, I got married when I was 20 years old, 21. So going on 20. So I'm about to hit that 55 mark this year,
Wow.
January.
Wow.
Yes,
Well, you know that say black don't crack, right? So
that's right.
well, congratulations to you and to your wife. And we wish you many, many more years of
Thank
wedding, of marriage bliss. Well done. This day and age, marriages don't last. So 35 years, that's a very great, great, great accomplishment. I'm
you. It
sure
is.
you give God praise for that.
Oh, God
Yes.
is so faithful.
So
Yes,
absolutely. So, Maestro Wolney, I quoted Plato, who said that music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. Tell us a little bit about music. How is that? How does it give life to everything? How does it give wings to the imagination? How is that, Maestro Wolney?
you know, I will even start. It's a very deep topic. It will take almost an entire year or entire lifetime to talk about it. But I would say this: if you go back to Genesis, I always say people, even before we were created as human beings, music was there for us. Why do I say this? Because the Bible said God created everything, the trees, the animals. Then Adam gave them names. That means the birds were already there. So that means the birds started singing even before Adam and Eve were even created. So music is divine. It is so full. It's so pure. When I say pure, in a good sense, it is like a balm to your soul. And even when we are talking, we're making music. We don't sing, but we speak. There is a tone to it. There is a cadence to it. You don't just talk. And so don't. There's you talk, pause. It's musical. So I would say music is life in a way. Now imagine the world without the wind. Imagine the trees when it's blowing. You hear even the trees moving to the cadence of the the air in movement. So I would say that, as Plato was saying, this is what the essence of life. Okay, this is the essence of life, and that's why I was listening to that was years ago in TV, and I was listening to this guy was talking about how would music would be in heaven, and he was I was fascinating. He said the music because there's no time, there's no limit in heaven. It's eternity. So I can imagine that music never stops. There's no pause in it because it's eternal. But it's not a background music. It's a foreground. See, you hear the music behind me? It's a foreground music.
Yeah.
It's something is coming toward yourself. So imagine the angels singing
Mhm.
24/7. God says the archangels singing. So in
Yeah.
heaven, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna praise God every day, 24/7 in heaven. So this is music start with the creation, and music will take us even to heaven with the trumpet. So
So if I understand correctly, what you're saying is you will still have a job in heaven
oh
while the
yes,
rest of
full
us
time.
who don't play
Yes, I'm
music.
sorry for those people who don't have. I said, Lord,
You
give me an organ
my
there, or give me one
Maestro
choir,
Duverny, Maestro will have a job. Are you gonna be
big time.
hiring?
Yes.
You
Well,
guys,
you'll be the angelic choir. So that's it, full time singing.
there you go. Maestro only, I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna be close to him. I'm gonna be his friend so I can get a job up there, okay?
Definitely,
Because
definitely.
everybody else, if you don't have a job, Maestro only,
Good
music is gonna
connection right
be.
there.
It's so funny. But I do join with you with the idea that music was there before man was created in the forms of the birds, because the birds were there before man. Man was created on the sixth day.
Correct.
Also, the stars, when God made the great light and the smaller light, the great light to govern by day, which is
Hmm.
the sun, and the smaller one, the moon, and the stars to govern by night. Well, Job does mention that the stars also do give sounds and stars also sing.
That's true.
And it says in Job 38, verse 7, while the morning stars sang together and
Hmm.
all the angels shouted for joy.
That's right.
So it was proven that the stars, they sing. So I do agree with you on that. So now, Maestro Rolney, tell us, now that you've introduced yourself and all that, please tell us what is it that first got you into music? Qui ça fait premièrement entrer dans la musique? Est-ce que
You
son bagage?
know,
And there is someone on the
yes.
live who said that she knew you from way before she was a little girl. So I guess she must have known you back in Haiti. Yeah, there he is. It's Miss Milreen. She's like, wow, I remember him from when I was a little girl. So way back then, had you had an affection, you had a love for music way back when. So tell us what first
Yeah.
got you into music.
Well, this is a very long story, but I'm gonna try to make it as short as possible. I remember, so I don't know if I can do it both in Creole and English. I don't know. Is that okay? Can
Absolutely,
everybody?
absolutely. You know we're bilingual or
Okay. So
trilingual, whatever. It's fine.
I think okay. I'll just go so everybody can understand that. I remember when I was in the choir in Haiti, ma société de maestro Gaton, l'église de Dieu. Même songe te gen yon og la, et puis moun sa nou kon maestro monsieur de Nogues. C'est l'été qu'on jouait dans l'église de Dieu là. Et puis, mais moi t'ai toujours aimé musique même pas j'aime comme ça qu'on you know in Haiti sometimes it's hard to find out your calling because you know it's not as many options. But I remember music was something that I always loved to hear. And then one afternoon, When Nuggets was practicing at the church, I always go there to listen to him. And there's a music he loved to play all the time. And I said, "Je pour moi, je pour moi, je pour moi." You know, every time. But I guess he get tired of me. He said, "Man, see, so much he gets so angry with me. Man, I was so fâché. Dis ça, ouais, dis pas bonne musique. Depuis que je musique, faut bien musique, ma vie c'est musique ça. I never forget this. And
Wow.
you know, I this music, I was so tired of it. You can call me in my sleep and tell me, "Oh, je musique ça pour moi non." It's beautiful melody. It's beautiful. Until now, it's in my head. And I went there and I started music with ton. Long story short, we were 30 kids, 30 people in the class. Guess how many people stayed? One. That was me. Everybody
Wow.
quit. It was hard. So it wasn't the best music school, but I get my initiation there, and here I am. So, but when I came here, I remember I said, "Lord, dis bon Dieu, si vous quittez pour yon maîtrise, parce que je me dis que ma vie ici, je viens l'école, pour me tourner Haïti. Je m'apprête ici, parce que moi, Haïti en pile. Même dans pour me bagaille. And finally, William by I'm still here. But my heart is still in Haiti to do something for my friends, my brothers, Haitian brothers. Et puis dans l'église, surtout, they dit que pour nous faire back again a higher standard. Most of the churches in our community, they're poor in music. I'm sorry to tell you this. When I call it quality, especially now with YouTube, person learn something, blah, it's fine. It's good to do different things. But I'm telling you, there are sometimes you're doing something for God, you have to go to a different level. And then this is what I wanted to offer to God. God, I want to give you the best. So I go there, go to school, and I said to myself and to everybody, I will never stop doing God's work because what I have is God give it to me, so I have to put it on His service. That's it. So here I am
Okay.
because of this music. Je fais malhonnête, bon, on me dit bon, on va prendre musique peut-être ça.
That's exactly what I was going to touch on. Ou est comment son déception, son humiliation, ou capable de dire malhonnête, whichever synonym you want to use, qui fait get into music. So there are different things that can propel someone. Difficulties can propel someone into their destiny. C'est pas tout le temps bagaille facile ou bien t'es fait avec l'ou t'es vle faire et puis it's easy to do.
But
Maybe it's a difficulty that pushes you into your
correct.
destiny.
But you just remind me something. May I share this with you quickly?
Sure.
It's a testimony I share with everybody, and I'm trying to make it. I was working in a job when I first got here in 1991, and I got into an accident. Okay, but I spent 3 years in my life running from God. I never know it because I pas comprendre l'évangile à pour ça. I'm not a person that really comme si perdu dans l'école. God give me, comme si I learn things, But moi arrivé ici, tout ça m'a pas prendre, moi en pas marché. Pas comprendre. I went to the school, m'a appris computer science, mais j'ai commencé dans l'ingénierie en Haïti, dans ADEM avec pasteur Élysée de Grité Mémoire. Et moi arrivé ici, dis à continuer d'ingénierie, nothing works for me. 3 years.
Wow.
Dans l'école ça va marcher, quitter ça, bah qui pas en fait. And I feel so sad. And finally, I'm being for accident, I'm cassé. And I have to spend almost a year in therapy. I have a broken disc in my back, and I have a broken herniated disc in my back. So, I'm pas de faire lift everything. Long story short, on a un chita comme ça, je casse la pied avec mamie, je peux comprendre la cara, by myself. Mais je ne pas jamais dire, bon Dieu, je ne pas comprendre comme ça. C'est comme si on qui dit comme ça, pour que ce soit la musique. Je viré, même regarder TV. When l'EPM cassé, my dad, I remember he used to have a TV, an old TV. TV on gâté, les gâtés sont sur channel, TBN, Free Fire. That's the only channel I could take. I could capture on this TV. And I read my Bible, more and more. Par contre, je me suis thérapie, avec passer par camper, I have to, for me chez pied, et puis, je ne même pas d'accord. Je ne sais pas si c'est en tête, mais ça y pour ça, la musique. Pas de personne dans le avec moi, non? Everybody go to work by myself. Bon,
Wow.
par contre, ça passé, on l'a comme ça, ma médaille. Long story short, mon il me dit, Kate, on t'a mis à la musique, oui, mais ça m'a fait là, par contre, qu'est-ce que parler? And I look at that little girl, I see this lady. Her name was Diana Molinari. She became my teacher as well. I said, en grandpa, bon, on me dit, bon, what can I do to learn music? He said, oh, you want to learn music? And she said, okay, play something for me. Et puis, je me suis dit, ben, quand je en Haïti, oh, that's good, you know. Those people always, mon cerveau toujours encouragé. I said, I would love to learn music. She said, okay. That was a Wolfson campus downtown. I left this place. I felt so much joy. Je me sentais comme content. Mais ça m'a duré il y a quelques années. Je ne reconnaître ça. J'aimerais ça. But I remember a moment when I decided to go to music school. Man, it's like the world lifted on my back. And
Wow.
then, after, Maestro, regardez, c'est bon Dieu qui vous reprend ici. And I the fruits of, I remember this to me, Maestro, on est quoi là? Et du fait was, that's it.
Maestro, I think your signal was very
I don't know,
low.
you were frozen. I don't know if you heard that.
Yes, and we have not, we didn't hear the last
Yours too?
part.
Okay. How about now?
Yes, yes.
No, when I remember a few years back, 10, 12 years old, this young lady came to me as after rehearsal, and she said to me, she said, Maestro, I'm so happy that you were here for the choir. And she said, if you do not work for the choir, she would not be in the gospel. She would not be a
Mm,
Christian anymore.
mm-hmm. Okay.
And
So this is how
I
you
said,
got
if
your
my no, what I was saying is the fact that she said this to me, I give glory to God that this through my ministry, she can persevere, she can stay in the gospel because she loves singing,
Mhm,
she enjoyed being with us. So
mhm,
therefore, she said, pas de quoi là, il n'est pas dans
mhm,
l'évangile encore. So, me dit, eh bien, si c'est pour
mhm.
ça, bon Dieu te fait venir ici, eh bien, il faut la peine.
Yes, yes. So that's how you got your calling, besides the fact the very first encounter you had with that with the maestro who told you, leave me alone, little boy. Besides that, the calling came clear when you would not succeed at anything else. And that voice spoke to you and said, why don't you go into music?
Yes.
And
Bon créole encore. Bon créole, je veux
oui,
dire.
wow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bon, je parlais toute langue. So
Aïe,
it
aïe,
is amazing. It's amazing how when you're not walking in your purpose, you can try everything. And had you pursued l'école de génie, ou ta gen doit bien réussi, but you would not have found that joy, that fulfillment, that reward that you are now experiencing because you are walking in what you were supposed to do, what the Lord intended for you to do. So this is very powerful. Like Robert says, your brother says, give him a shout out. He's saying powerful. So thank you for that, Maestro. Ma demande nous pour nous partager live là. Nous connaissons que le très intéressant, li yon ti jan facile lo ap tande bagay yo pou oublier ko et pour ap tande pour pas share. So please share right now and like the broadcast right now to encourage Maestro Duverny who came to this broadcast. So the second question I have for you tonight is, s'il vous plaît, posez Maestro une question tout. And you guys see the flag in the background, the Haitian flag. Well, 2 days ago we celebrated Haitian Flag Day, and we're going to be talking about that in a little bit. where Maestro Duverny had done something to à la Dessalinienne, okay, un thème national. Là. So, Maestro Duverny, you may have already answered this second question in what you said in the first question, as well as your introduction. But who inspired you to make music? Like
Say it again.
who inspired you to make music? Again, you may have already answered that question when you talked about your calling, but who inspired you to make music?
Uh, you know, I think it's I have a lot of I can say as I grow up, as I became more involved into music, I found well there's this young man. His name is Moses Hogan. He is one of the person that I really emulate because he was the one that um, his music really impacted me when I came here. Moses Hogan is a very well-known composer. He died in 2003, unfortunately, from brain cancer, but at a very early age. I get to meet him in in a ACDA convention in San Antonio, Texas, in 2001, and I sat in one of these sessions as a black man to see how what you can accomplish. And also Dr. Thomas, Eric Thomas, he is actually the dean of music at Florida State University. I also get to meet him and inspired me. He said, "Hey, brother, go ahead in the South, man. Let them know what can be done." So especially in core music, I cannot say I find anybody in particular in the Haitian community to inspire me because I know there are many, many, many good musicians in the Haitian community, especially right now. But the person I can tell you right now that really inspired me, not only in music, core music, and also in piano playing, is Mr. Moses Hogan. And also, there's one guy as well in Miami Dade. His name is Alonzo Bain. He's not a Christian, but he inspired me to do many things. He said, if you're a church musician, you cannot do one thing. He said, make sure you play the keyboard, make sure you play the organ, make sure you do gospel, make sure you play by ears. So he really helped me navigate my way to be at a certain level where God give me the ears, I can play without the music sheet, as well I can play with the music sheet. So it's a combo. So Alonzo Bain, I give him a shot.
Okay, great. Speaking about music sheet, and you said something earlier that caught my attention. You said you've noticed that in our community that the music is very poor. What did you mean by that? And
Yes.
how can we improve? Were you referring to the sound of music, like the ambient sound of music in the place, or the actual musicians?
I think it's a combination of all of you just mentioned. But
So
at time,
we're not gonna stop at the poor, how poor it is,
yes,
but I want to ask, what would be the steps for us as a community, a Haitian community, to take so we can improve music from poor to very good?
good. Well, there are many ways that can be done. The first thing needs to be done is to recognize that we have a need. The reason why I went to school and I went to school and learn music because I knew that I needed to learn things. I needed to learn more. I was deficient in many things. I'm still learning, and I think we learn until we die. So at times, let's say for example, mon vini li ba chanter, li dou bien aimé ba chanter pour la gloire de Dieu, va m'ba bon non? Bon, and then li fait li chanter j'en vle, ou bien musicien vini li pa pratiquer chant, try to go on the fly, et puis ba pas sorti bien. Ou bien mon anjo qu'elle a fait chorale, But de moun nan ka fè choral la, li pa mèm kon étudier voix pour konnen ki niveau voix moun nan ka arrive, dans ki range, est-ce que trop haut, est-ce que trop bas. Et m'ka di nou tout, yon nan raison m'ta fè choral. M'bin entrer pour me faire choral même, c'est parce que voix ça m'yen, c'est pas voix m'li. M'di tout moun ça déjà, son bail bon Dieu pour me parler. I had mon groupe qui est pharyngitis que me faire l'imtenant choral. Parce que moun qui t'a dit je choral, moi y'en pas de connaître. Et puis me forcer tellement me chanter haut et puis me font déchirer dans voix. Me songer docteur Udikou qui était dans le chemin des dalles qui était en moins presque 3 semaines m'a fait la gon bagay tout chaud dans gorge moi. On coton boulet tout chaud pour te capable chez voir ça. Et me fait long et pendant l'école pendant l'époque ça yo pour monter capable avec moi c'est écrit pour me écrit pour te attendre ça me dire. So me dit tout depuis que moi suis venu ici, on prend fond travail. On prend le choral, m'a fait choral pour côté dans l'église là, pour ça pas jamais fait pour mon pas perdu choral encore. Because I was a victim of somebody who knows something but that was very limited in the voice. So therefore, I wanted to not only to do choir but you get to know the voice. You have to know how to help somebody get a better vocal production, how to breathe, when to. I mean, there are so many things that has to do with music. Now, if you decide you don't have to be choir, you want to be a keyboard player, you want to be a pianist or guitar player, whatever you're doing, practice, 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 practice. That's all. And make sure that you collaborate with other people. Listen to other people. Try to find people who know better. I always listen to other musicians, share things with them. Not because I know everything, but we share things. I learn from them as I think maybe they can learn from me. But I'm always there to learn more because I know I have so much to learn.
So back to my question, how would we improve the quality of our music in our local congregations? How would we go from poor to very good?
One thing that I think actually at the church where I'm at Redemption, singing is a very strong part. Music is very strong in our church. That means on Wednesdays before Bible study, we used to teach, songs. It's not only one way to sing a song. Now, don't get me wrong. You if you want to do it in the compa style, that's fine. You still do make compa, make it pretty. If you want to sing it in a gospel style, do it, but do it beautifully. If you want to do it in the traditional style, whatever gospel, make it nice. That means find the right range, find the right combination that sounds beautiful, and present something of quality. When people listen to it, oh, I want to worship, But if I'm listening to music, I have to I'm not going to get anything done. I'm not going to participate in the worship because it bothers me. Just like somebody was preaching, but this just just in case. Une appreciate then li à gauche, li à droite, par exemple, it's all over the place. So you get lost. So you lost interest in what the person is saying. But if the person keep you connected, keep you, they can à la laine, ou suivre, he can guide you where or she want to take you. So we want to take time to really practice our craft.
So, okay? Right.
And I want to say this just to make sure that people don't understand. You don't have to go to a university to be a top. I'm not talking about this. Some people listen to music, they have good ears. Good for you. But do it right. That's all.
I caught what you said, practice. So, and you're saying that it takes time.
Yes.
Where you at on Wednesday before Bible study or what the time that you have, you practice before.
With the congregation. Like everybody comes, we teach the song in a certain way. Oh, make it just as song. This is how we sing it. Okay. And then at times when we sing it together, it sounds so beautiful.
Okay. So if I can say, it's actually a ministry.
Yes.
Within the ministry. It's a ministry that we can take very seriously or can take very lightly. If we take it lightly, it's going to be poor. And if we take it seriously, it's going to be beautiful and usher the people before the throne of God. Is that what you're saying?
That's right.
All right, wonderful. So your brother asked if you've had any, if you have composed any piece in recent years. Est-ce que composé?
Composing, if I compose something,
Yes, in recent years.
no, I'm not a composer. I'm more like I remember the first song I wrote. I can't tell you that was in Haiti. It was in a way of emergency because l'école ça it's a on sait l'école bourgeois me décalé parce que puis fort mon yo c'est diaspora yo ye. Et puis yo voyez tim yo l'école en Haïti and then yo même les vacances tim yo vini ici etc. Canada but mais yo te besoin de petit monde ça yo apprendre culture haïtienne which is a very good thing. L'école ça te kaya nous Canada puis vert. So m'te enseigné là pendant un an même pas tellement gagné expérience même songe ça Yves Lavo avec Pierre Hugo Chéry. Pierre Hugo, c'est un grand artiste haïtien. Malheureusement, il peut plus chanter musique séculaire. Mais Pierre Hugo, c'est un monde que m'apprend dans tout avec Yves Lavo, qui c'est un professeur de voix pour tout le monde qui est vraiment bien étudiant en Espagne, qui est vraiment très bon. Et c'est monsieur avec monsieur m'apprendre que si on apprend une voix de tête, puis il chanter. Donc, moi, songe ça, pas de musique folklorique pour me époque ça pour connaître. Et puis, je compose une musique qui est des petits oiseaux côté au théier. So, n'importe le ma enregistré pour nous. Et puis, monter petit moun qui genre que dans le paysage en Haïti, qui est bon sous l'eau, bel pied bois, ban nous fraîcheur, petits oiseaux, yon en bois, ban nous mélodie, alors bon pays, c'est Haïti. So, that's my only composition at that time for the students.
Wow, and it speaks of nature. So it
Yes,
had to do something with the culture that those kids from from the diaspora came to learn about the culture of Haiti. So son nécessité que for faire,
that's
disons.
right. That's right.
Hey,
I was,
la
it's,
nécessité fait la loi, right?
and
Okay,
it took me
so
about a good 3 or 4 hours to come up with this, but hey, it worked.
yes, yes, you said something that's very interesting, that you actually lost your voice um, singing on the wrong note,
The wrong range. It was too high.
the wrong range.
Range. The range
But
is how high or how low can you sing. So I
yes,
have to know that.
okay, so how come you did not feel that your throat was hurting and it was time for you to quit singing or tell the maestro in charge, it's hurting, I can't do this? So, and then what can people do to prevent this? Not
Okay.
overuse their vocal cords to the point where they lose it, either using it too low or too high, or using it too much. What can be done to prevent such a thing?
Okay. Uh, First thing I can say, uh, for you to do this, you got to be able to know. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake. For example, if you come to sing my choir, I have to check your voice for many things. Can you hear well since you don't read? If you can read, it's even better. Or how high can you sing? Can you go to soprano, alto? If you are a woman, are you a bass or are you a tenor? So I used to sing tenor, but when I was singing, I didn't even realize I'm trying to force myself to reach the note because that's what he gave me. So I guess he took the note, the song in a higher key that wasn't supposed to be. For example, I have some pieces, some music I'm teaching to my choir, even my kids in school. If the music is too high, I lower the key in the range. Or if it's too low, I raise up the key, make it comfortable. Now, there are times with practice you can reach some higher notes or higher pitches, or at the same time you can reach some lower pitches. Because if you come to my choir that day, you're in good shape, hey, I give you a high pitch, you reach it. That doesn't mean you're gonna reach it all the time. On that day you were so on point, you reach it. But through the course of the year, you may use that I have to recognize. Say, you know what? Sing now. I'm going to have you sing second soprano. Or conversely, somebody who through times was an alto and the voice was developed so well, and she became a soprano. I said, okay, I can have you some soprano. I know at the time the range of that song can be sung by that individual, but I have to be monitoring all the time. I have to make sure that I know the voice of my members. So that's what, again, if you are doing choir, if you are a choir conductor, you got to be able to know the voice. I hope I answered the question.
That's good. That's good. What about over usage of the voice?
That's right. That's what it is. Some people have rehearsal. You have one song you're singing, one line, one note. Miss me fais ça, chante ça, and the person cannot reach it. You know what? Leave it alone for now. Maybe next time. Next time we'll do it. We have that battle all the time. And I remember I have one song I was doing with my choir. It's a very hard song. It's called "For Unto Us the Child Is Born." It's a baroque piece from Handel. For unto us a child is born. A bunch of melismas, a bunch of running notes. And I start from the beginning, and I find out that the soprano section cannot get the thing. So I have to find, you know what? Let me start from the back. I start from the back of the song, from the end. I don't start from the beginning. I said, okay, let me go backwards and weigh my way in the front. That's a God's grace because I never know. I said, oh, it's work. Sometimes you have to think out of the box to make things happen. There are
Mhm.
many ways you can do something, but you have to find the right way to do it.
Right. We know in our some of our local churches, local congregations, we have limited resources in terms of human resources. Let's say a team of singers, excuse me, there are only maybe three. Now, for a whole year, they're leading service, of course, taking turns, but three is not enough,
Hmm.
okay, for 52 or for 52 Sundays and other days of the week and for revivals and so on and so forth. How can we limit the use of the voice or better use it so that way we do not fall as victims as you did years ago?
Okay. Right now,
Because
the time when,
sometimes we don't have a choice. Gen de fwa pa gen chwa. Si se deux moun nan ki ka dirije, kon dirije, trois moun seulement ka dirije, kon dirije toute la journée, you basically don't have a choice. You go with what you have. But at the same time, moun nan, kom si voix gen doit vin endommagé,
mhm.
right? So what do we do in that sense?
Okay. Yeah, and I'm glad you bring this up because there's a danger here. Actually, the danger occurs with the way. Now, the gospel never changes. God never changes, but we change. There's now there are some songs we used to sing before that generation, especially in our community. It is so important that we find a way to reach this generation. So that therefore there are some music when you're singing them, there's a group of people that has no idea what you're singing, especially those kids that are born here who has no French. They have no connection with the French language. Some of them maybe barely speak Creole. Unfortunately, some parents don't teach them. Nka kompon sa. Mais at least Creole là, you are supposed to connaître si on ne pas parler français. Nka kompon pas. Mais Creole là, un peu haïtien pas parler Creole. Si nous fait ici, tu penses ça. And then when you start singing those French songs in the church, nobody wants to be part of this. Some of those kids because they don't understand it. Now, if you have some more contemporary pieces, they know on the radio. If you sing this, sometimes the kids get involved. You have more people you can include in the worship service. But if you keep doing the same thing over and over and nobody wants to be part of it, trust me, you're going to end up with one or two people because the connection is important. Because what I'm telling you here, I know because I work with young people. Which I show some, even sometimes some history, some gain aussi de illustration mon bail qui fait sens. Mais tu sais pas aucune connexion avec lui. So he lost that. So dans la musique n'a chanté yo, n'a chanté yo. Si mon pas comprendre genre, il pas béni. So he or she doesn't want to be part of that.
So,
So
ça
they,
veut dire que ça veut dire que doit un talent pour le chanter, mais puisque il pas comprendre chant, perd du intérêt ou pas jamais découvrir talent ça,
that's right.
parce que
That's
pas
right.
okay, I get you. So the pool would be bigger. Pool of human resources that we could be using would get bigger si nous utiliser plus contemporary songs that they know. If when they have
Correct.
chanté, you're gonna pick up on their voice, and you're like, wow, you can sing that song. Come on into
That's
the
right.
team. This one can
Yes.
sing that. Come on into the team. Wow, okay. So that way you grow the team instead of staying with just three or two people or four people who can just be leading the services and damaging their voice. Okay, great information, Maestro Rolney. Now, is it ever too late for someone to learn how to play an instrument?
Not at
Partager.
all.
Je voulais dire merci à Marie-Joseph qui partageait. Continue à partager. Come on, guys, let me see you share and like the broadcast right now. And we're gonna go into why I have the Haitian flag and I'm dressed with the Haitian flag tonight. Maestro only has something to do with it. So is it ever too late for someone to learn how to play an instrument, Maestro?
It's never too late to do anything in life, and I mean it. Never too late. It's only your disposition. I remember when I graduated in 2001, there's a lady, she was 85 years old. She got a bachelor's degree at 85 because she wanted to do that. So it's dedication, it's will, and the purpose. Okay. If you want to do it, if you want to do it for your leisure, that's fine with me. If you want to do it because you want to do something for God, go for it. But it's never too late to do whatever it is in music. It's dedication, purpose. Are you there? So I don't know if
Dedication, will, and purpose. Do you provide, who is your favorite composer?
oof, that's a big
Audience
one.
is asking.
As I just said earlier, I mentioned Moses Hogan. If you go to my concerts, even Christmas concert or Black History concert I have every year. I used to have
Mhm.
every year before the pandemic. You're gonna see tons of Moses Hogan pieces in my program because I can teach a lot of things through his music. Not only his music is beautiful, they're fresh. That means American Negro spirituals, but he rearranged them so fresh, and that's why probably you may hear something I've done with the national anthem. If we get a chance to get through that, he would make that sound so great, so fresh. So it is beautiful to hear. So I always include Mr. Hogan. It's one of my favorite
Mhm.
core composer,
Okay, well, check it
Moses Hogan.
out. Thank you. Yes, okay, perfect. Do you provide trainings to music directors and choirs?
Well, if they want to, yes.
Yes,
Whoever
okay,
wants to do it, I'll do that. Yes.
okay, all right.
As a matter of fact, if there's a church, because of my duty full time at Redemption, my Sundays are taken. But if the church need like training, let's say you have a group class, um, or a group of people who wants to minister or wants to sing, I can do a group class for these people at that church
Mhm.
and
Okay,
train them. Now, if there is a choir director who wants to do something, I can work with them, help them as much as I can to help them to share what I know with them. Hopefully, it can help.
okay. All right. Do you provide private lessons, Maestro?
At this time, no, only during summertime.
Okay. Is it because of COVID or
Right now, COVID make it worse because
regular
you
schedule?
you have to be face to face
Hmm.
to the music, especially if you are starting at the beginning, the basics,
Hmm.
the fundamental. Now, if there's a person who read music already,
Hmm.
who has a
Hmm.
basic training, it's easier to
Hmm.
do it through Zoom. But at a certain point, you have to be able to perform to see what you learn if you can apply it.
Mhm.
So I have to see it face to face.
Okay, great. Somebody's saying that you need to re-release the Tizoazo chant.
Well, I didn't make a recording of it, but I still have it in my head. I probably would probably one day make an arrangement for the piano.
They're not
I
gonna
probably,
let you off the hook with that. They will not let you
I
off the hook with it. So you're
know.
gonna have to do something. You're gonna have to
I'll
do
try.
something. Christy.
I'll try to make an
So,
arrangement for the piano for it, and I can
oh
put
my
it
God,
on Facebook.
yes, yes. It's almost 8:30, and we haven't even gotten into one part of this that I we wanted to share with the audience.
Well, if it's
Maestro,
possible, we can do it in again. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, I didn't hear the question. I said, if we don't get there, that's fine, as long as they get something tonight. But I would love
Yes.
to share something with them as well on the
Absolutely,
Haitian.
absolutely. I believe. Do you guys are you guys enjoying this tonight? Come on, let us know and then share. So talk to us about that piece that you revamped. Ou ou refait, par contre si c'est refaire ou bien ou améliorer ou bien ou
Yes,
additionner la dessalinienne en thème national haïtien. So tell
yes,
us a little bit about that. M'ta pe essayer mettre pour m'te jouer, but that didn't happen. I can try again. You
yes.
guys you guys share, okay? I'm gonna try to share my screen and see if it's gonna play for you. For it's just a minute, so let's see what happens here. Let's see if it can play. Give me a second. Let me take myself off.
Can you share your
Um,
sound as well?
yes, yes. Um, Facebook, share.
I guess you want play.
It's playing. Wow. Okay. That's wonderful. Okay. Let me try to exit up on here. Oh my gosh. Can I exit? Okay, I stopped sharing.
Yeah, I
Uh,
can see you.
can you see me?
Yes.
All right. Um, Let me try to go back. All right. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Let me close that. Perfect. So tell us what happened here. Qui s'est passé là avec la desalinelle? Qui sont fait là-dedans? Qui sont additionnés? Qui sont
Okay.
retirés? Because some of us have no clue. Okay. We know the sound, but tell us what you did, how you
Okay.
revamped it.
Yeah, I think it's. I would say the revamp. That's the best word. I didn't change the melody at all. The melody stayed the same. What I've done is the chords. Um, for May 18th, I wanted to do something very typically for the Haitian community, and I was trying to see what can I do, and I said, okay, let me play the national anthem. So I couldn't find the sheet music. There's one sheet music I found way back when I was about 2007, 2006, some I think I remember, and I couldn't find a sheet music for it that have a nice arrangement. So I said, okay, let me come, and I sat down on the piano at home, and I said to my wife, you know what, I'm gonna do something. Maybe I don't care if people love it or not, but I'm gonna do something different. And I tried a few chords here and there, and I said, hey, let me try it. I didn't practice it that much, and I said to my helper Stanley, one of my bass in my choir, I said, Stanley, come and record this for me. And afterwards, I just trying to come up with those chords and rearrange them. I just changed the chords, and some are more lush chords, more block chords, but more, I would say, contemporary chords. Okay, not very simple. Some of them are. It's a mixture of traditional chords and contemporary, more like ninth, seventh, and 13th chord. I add some flavor to it, make it sound a bit different. So I hope people loved it. I had some good feedback from it. My younger brother Robert, I call it my son. He loved it. My wife, I asked her, "What do you think?" She loved it, and also the guy that was recording me, stand, they said, "Man, I've never heard this before." And Joanna also mentioned something that was very nice. That said that she never heard this the way I played it. So I guess some people liked it, and that's it. So I wanted to do something different.
Right, right. Wonderful, wonderful. So, where do you want to take this? Where
Well,
do you
I
want to
wanted.
take your music, and how would you describe your music? Because you
Uh,
are absolutely passionate about this. I mean, we could just be sitting here and listen to you and talk about it. You are obviously, this is what you breathe. This is who you are, not just what you do. But where do you want to take it?
well, even before I get there, if I may interest something for the national anthem, if you allow me, I want also people to acknowledge the beauty of Haiti, because this particular anthem, it was a competition that was happened in 1903. The 100 to have something done for the national anthem, and then Justin Loisson was the person that came with the words, and then um, and then Nicolas Geoffroy was the music, the guy that put it into music, and this is where we have the national anthem. So in 1903, it was premiere, and by August, and then after this, it's become the national anthem in 1904. So they adopted it. The Constitution doesn't. There was another version of it, but the Constitution of Haiti adopted this melody by Justin Loisson and Nicolas Geoffroy that put it in music. So this is where we get the national anthem. Now, where I want to get my music, I want to take the music honestly to my country. I want to take music to Haiti in our churches. I want to take it in the deepest part where, especially in the countryside, where people, and especially the kids in Haiti, I would love to do something. Because when I started in Haiti, I was starting with children. Les Petits Cœurs Joyeux, on croit qu'il y a à peu près 100 moun. Gerarda was part of this choir.
I've
And
heard of that. I've heard
yes,
about Pretty
it,
Girl Joyeux.
yes, it was one of the best thing that ever happened to me. And I didn't know much, but God made a way. I never knew, but God knew what He was doing. So I
And
think
you
I have the heart for kids since I was a young man. And Jada can tell you. Robert, this is where he met Robert too. Robert used to come in my practice. He can't even reach a note, but he come just to check on Geralda when at that time. But let me tell
I,
you, so it was.
I didn't say that. I did not say that. Although I knew about this, people go to choir practice for different reasons. I was not
That's
the
right.
one who did
Let
it.
me tell you. But
I
Geralda
don't
was
want
a good singer. Geralda was a very good singer. I can tell you. I don't know now, but she used to be a very good singer. So I really want to take music, um, share it, multiply that what God gave me. share with somebody else who wants it, and give it to somebody else. Make it grow. Okay, spread the knowledge to other people who, because I went to Haiti, man. There are so many talents. And those people can sing. I can tell, you know. But I want my leg is your juice. I can do ça. They're doing things, but I can tell they want to do it, but they need some guidance. But if you want guidance, you have to ask for it. If you don't need it, you can't have it. If I need something, I say, Pastor Sarah, can you help me with this? Yes.
Mhm.
But if I never ask you, I have to know that I have the need for it. And these are a problem. Some of our musicians they have so much pride to help, to ask for help,
Mhm.
and that causes us to stay in a little box. We know only that much, and we overuse it, and then afterwards it becomes so boring. So we don't have place to grow. You know,
Nothing fresh. And that's why the Bible says, sing a new song unto the Lord, right?
that's right. That's right.
Yes. And it is to be noted that since you were on that note with Robert going to choir practice to check out Geralda, and
Yes,
here you are, it is to be said that you were the best man.
correct. Unfortunately, I set up everything. Everything happened. They come to my choir. They crush my rehearsal, and then afterwards, they asked me to crush the wedding. So that was a wonderful time for me. I'm very happy to be there, to be the best
And
man.
then years later, you were their best man.
Correct.
Their union. Wonderful. That is absolutely. Mes amis, pas dans tripotage. C'est Maestro qui a commencé dit parole là. So I'm just, following suit. That's all I'm doing. And it's a great thing. They are on the path. They're following your footsteps since
Yes.
you've had 35 years of marriage. Soon they will be reaching a great milestone. But with Paul Mundio. But yeah, that's wonderful, Maestro. It was so wonderful to have you. It is already 8:33. We will not be taking too much of your time. But if you have something else to share, we would like to hear about it before we say goodnight.
Okay. Before I say good night, I want to say to people, my Haitian brothers and sisters, please, 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 do not detach yourself from your culture. Haiti has a beautiful culture. I know sometimes when you talk about culture, people say voodoo. It's not only voodoo. For example, I was trying to see how I can explain folk music, la musique folklorique d'Haïti. Uh, for example, gen group Toubadou que nous te parlé qui structuré. Toubadou, c'est dans mes espagnol yo nous sorti. Yo ban nous style ça. Par exemple, gen moun qui sorti dans ici, l'arrivée porte là, yo kon mette Toubadou, moun k'ap chanter, ap jouer musique. Yo gen ti guitar yo, ti cha-cha, ça des maracas. Et puis, on va être en sorte de doux, monsieur Tassoli, qui a un petit fil langue fer, qui a fait basse. Et puis, on est qui a chanté. This is, they talk about love, sometimes it's about heartbreak. I mean, these are cultures. And again, parler de Caribbean belle. So, c'est héritage que qui était pour nous. Mais si nous pas jamais tant de bagages ça pour nous cultiver, pour nous apprendre, pour nous partager à petit nous. Ça fait que les pas jamais il y a aucune connexion pour payer. Donc, they don't care. Ils ont seulement besoin l'argent pour vivre et puis rien même pas, you know. So, ça fait que demander pour nous capables tant de musique haïtienne. Par exemple, nous avons nous nous checker moun ça. Les Ludovic Lamotte ou bien Jean Saint-Éloi. Moun ça moun qui compose belle musique. Même mon papier pas gagner pour musique Ludovic Lamotte, right? Ça gagne, il pas jamais qu'un héritage là. C'est-à-dire que nous pas de connexion. Nous avons besoin de musique, monsieur, pour moi, pour me jouer, pour me apprendre, nous pas qu'à jouer. Vous perdu, you out of print. Et ça te fait mal en pile. So, on connaît que, on connaît qui ça peut passer, mais si nous connecter avec la culture haïtienne, the right part, côté nous aider nous chanter bel paysage pays, Haïti chéri, et il y a qui dit, d'autres petits mamans, c'est des belles petites bagages, nous chanter petit monde. Nous avons fait ça ici. Fait au partager. partager culture avec eux. Il y a premier pays, et ou pas jamais qu'on a une génération qui a venir, capable de faire mieux que bon Dieu avec nous. Monsieur, tout l'autre fois, on en parle encore.
Wow, yes, yes, absolutely, Maestro. So you're saying, in fact, that they've lost everything. We don't have, c'est comme si nous pas un répertoire, nous pas une librairie
Non.
de tout. Wow, okay,
Yes.
okay.
Et
Uh,
sinon, songez ça qui arrive, songez ça qui est passé en Babylone. Les trois, les Hébreux venus, ils ont changé nos, ils ont
mhm,
perdu l'identité. Dès qu'ils ont perdu l'identité culturelle, ou pas gagné
mhm,
culture encore, ou
mhm,
déconnecté. Mais
mhm,
heureusement, bon Dieu permet eux-mêmes de changer nos, mais il n'a
mhm.
pas changé que eux.
Yes, yes, yes. That's a good point. That's a good point, Maestro. And I love the troubadour, Lori Vinaya Portland. Utan de ti cha chayo. I mean, you just like, oh my God, I'm home. I am
Yes,
home. Utan de abdi, "Mwen te gan ti fi, da, 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 da."
that's
And
right.
if you're trying to listen to their lyrics, you're like, okay, they're telling a story, which is why they call it folk. Okay, it's like
That's right.
normal, regular people story.
That's right.
And
D'accord avec ça, dans la décision qui est important dans la vie, j'ai dit que sous connaissance et pouvoir, sous pas gagner histoire pays, pas connecté, ou bien censé, ou pas gagner fierté.
mhm,
And l'autre monde va define who you are. That's true.
mhm,
Ou du haïtien, ceci, haïtien, par là. Et pas vrai, c'est parce que il pas entré, puis il connaît qui ça, haïtien, qui a la caillou, son peuple qui est intelligent, you
mhm.
know.
Yes.
Ok, ou gen Ludovic Lamotte, ou gen Jean-Yves Saint-Éloi, ou gen Oxide Gentil. Oh, et by the way, sur le coupé cloué que un peu le monde peut-être même pas très m'entendait parce qu'on dit bêtises, mais au commencement, c'est pas ça que tu fait. Monsieur, c'est tout badou qu'on fait. C'est après, monsieur vient gagner. Au Sénat Gentil, ça que coupé cloué, et vrai, monsieur, c'est au Sénat Gentil. So, monsieur, qui était expert la musique folk en Haïti. Et sur monsieur, voyage en Afrique en pile. Et sur en Afrique, on a un nom monsieur écrit, The King of Troubadour. So, pour montrer que les gens qui étaient partager, mais en peu le monde pas apprécié ça la caillou. Comprends? Les blancs disent c'est ça, c'est oui, c'est ça blanc dit, en peu là-dedans, pas tout le monde comme ça. C'est comme si blanc bon valeur, les ça mon ami bon valeur. Malheureusement c'est comme ça lié. Vous comprenez en pile fois. Mais malheureusement, yes. Léon dimanche n'a déjà dans le non. So merci en plus Sarah pour l'opportunité.
Yes, absolutely. I know I've heard about Oxygency. I don't know about Ludovic Lamotte and all of that, but yeah. All
Yeah.
right. So yes, thank you so very much for being here. You are a great asset to our community, and like you said, every December you have a wonderful concert that you put together. And I've been to one, it was extraordinary. I know Geralda and Robert, they usually go every year. I've only had the chance to assist once, and it was great. Many voices. I mean, it's a taste of heaven since you're
Well,
going to
thank
have
you.
your job in heaven. Okay. So thank you so much again for being here. The audience, please thank Maestro Duverny. Amen.
Well,
They're
thank you,
saying good
thank you.
job.
And also,
Wonderful.
I will give Jordan a CD for you for a recording of the choir. I don't know, you have one already, right?
No. Okay.
Do
So
you
I'll
have
be waiting.
a CD recording of my? No?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, I have to give it to Gerardo. We had a recording
Yeah.
that has some Haitian music in there as well. From the Young
Okay.
Adult Choir from Redemption, I'll probably give you one sometime you can play on your show.
OK, avec les petits cœurs joyeux tout.
No, pas du C'est de
Just
Haïti.
kidding. All right, so you guys, it was 2 days ago, it was Flag Day, so we thought of bringing Maestro Duverny here, who had revamped La Desalinienne Antenne Nationale, the national anthem of Haiti. So you are great. Thank you so much for stopping by, and we hope to have
Well,
you
thank you.
again at a different occasion when maybe before you have your concert in December. I mean, we're hoping that things will continue to get better and better. So again, you can come and invite the audience to come to your concert for those of us who are down here in South Florida. God bless you,
Thank,
Maestro. It was great
thank
to
you.
have
God bless
you.
you.
Thank you
Keep up
so
the good
much.
work. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. So, guys, this is it. Again, we thank you for being here. We thank you for sharing. And if it is your first time on this platform, you can go on YouTube and subscribe to my channel, Sarah Batroni, or you can share on Facebook, whatever you want to do. Like I told you the other day, YouTube sends report, and they're saying that the most shares that I have comes from WhatsApp. So people do share YouTube on WhatsApp. So you guys are doing great. Thank you so much. And do not forget tomorrow's session, tomorrow morning session, we're going to have Pastor Berto Eliassen with us to continue on the sessions that we had about dreams. And I tell you guys, the response that I've been getting on Messenger from this, from sharing what the Lord had told me about this has been amazing. The response has been amazingly wonderful. People are like, wow, this is exactly what I'm living through. This is exactly what I'm going through. I did understand this. I didn't get that. Now I know so on and so forth, what to do or what not to do in terms of dreams and what we've been talking about. So tomorrow morning, please be there because we're going to have Pastor Berto who's going to be doing some teaching and some preaching for us tomorrow, Friday morning. See you then. Yes, if it is Thursday, if it's 7:30, it's Thursday Night Live. Okay. God bless you. Thank you so much again for being here. Dr. Azor, faithful Dr. Azor, Marie Joseph, thank you. Miss Karina, I haven't seen you in a while. I hope all is well in Jesus' name. Thank you, everybody. Sir Bernadette Remy, thank you for being here. Pastor Lunia Gelin, thank you for being here. Um, hey, Sister Edwidge, God bless you. Thank you for being here. Dr. Duverny, thank you for being here. Sister Rachel, thank you for being here. I think that's pretty much it, you guys. That's it. If I don't see you, oh well. No, I'm kidding. All right, Robert. Whoa, I was gonna forget Robert. Yes, brother Robert, Sister Bonnie. God bless you. Thank you for being here. Okay, I really think that does it. Okay, nope. Joanne, Sister Millerine, Sister Joanne. God bless you. Au frère Jean Isdrac Salomon, God bless you. Miss Stacy, God bless you. Um, Bernard, God bless you, Bernard. I just want to give you guys a shout out for being here tonight. All right, that's it. Que le Seigneur vous bénisse, que le Seigneur vous garde, que le Seigneur fasse luire sa face sur vous, qu'il vous accorde sa grâce, que le Seigneur tourne sa face vers vous, qu'il vous accorde sa paix. I will see you tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock with Pastor Berto Eliasin. God bless you guys. Good night. Be well. Thank you.